Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this one step at a time. We're gonna open all the components for tonight's stream. Apparently that also means that I need to reopen Steam. Steam is freaking out as well. What is going on? My computer is completely freaking out here. What has happened? You know what? We have banger music at least. At least we have banger music. Tonight's music selection, by the way, is the Sonic Unleashed soundtrack. Very pog. I've taken multiple online exams to this soundtrack. It's very funny. Okay, Steam is opening and running properly, it seems. Okay, I am booting Enter the Gungeon. I'm gonna boot Enter the Gungeon, normally, without issue. I'm just gonna let it run for a minute. We're gonna see if OBS or my computer or anything like completely freaks out. Get my OBS to capture the window. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, we are finally playing the gang video game. Almost. We have booted the dang video game. I am actually going to turn off music. Time being. I'll probably turn the music back on when we actually get to gameplay, but for now, I just want to boot the game. I kind of want to leave it sitting right here. Let me reopen Task Manager. Okay, Enter the Gungeon is causing a bit. It's eating my CPU and my GPU a bit, but that's to be expected. Oh, is it? Why is it using my CPU and my GPU? Is it that bad? Maybe? Oh, no, that seems fine. Okay. Also using a lot of memory. That should be fine. Everything seems okay so far. Everything seems okay so far. I also just want to leave it sitting here for a minute. I do not have the Wiimote stuff turned on at all right now. I don't even have the Wii remote itself connected to my computer. Let's see. Maybe I should try and turn down the graphic settings for Enter the Gungeon. Maybe that's fine. What if I... Ooh, that has made that window much smaller. That has lowered my CPU stress. And my GPU stress a little. But that doesn't even look that bad. It's a pixel art game. Who's gonna care if I'm running this in 720p instead of 1080p? Who's really gonna care? Who's really gonna care? Trombone font reminding me of another song that Sega made, by the way. I might have to pull that one out. I care. I'm sorry. It's actually a banger song right here. What is this? One of the boss themes right now. Which one is it? This is called Boss Battle Night. Okay. It doesn't help me. Thank you. Here, I guess. Yeah, my task manager seems to see we're doing okay. I have not dropped frames. Okay. Now, I'm gonna do step 2. Let me close task manager. Let me open Dolphin. I'm not gonna run anything through Dolphin at all. I'm just gonna open Dolphin. Those of you who don't know, I have to have the Dolphin emulator running, because the Dolphin emulator running is the only way that will actually detect my Wii remotes correctly and actually read their input. Let's go get food. Are things still good to go so far? So far, yes. However, we're cutting it fairly quickly. We're doing this slowly, so we're trying to get everything working. I'll say that it can be surprisingly difficult to get game design for 320 by 200 by 6 or 480 to keep a nice crisp appearance at 1080p or 1440p. Fair. So far, everything's running okay. I also need to make sure I refresh my Dolphin. You know what I may say? I may say as well, there is one thing that I kind of don't want to admit might be why the problem is the problem that it was. It's very possible that this might be the problem, and if it is, then I will be sad and just accept that I will be sad that the reason that last time I did this didn't work out very well was for a very obvious reason. But I talked about this last time. One of the things that I have Dolphin for is that I mod a couple of games. A couple of old games that need to run normally on consoles, but I run them through Dolphin. One of those is that a very cool mod for Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door came out recently called Towers of Trials. And it is very cool. I haven't played it much, and the reason that I haven't played it much is, as you all may remember, my computer started acting up. The mod itself is fine. However, it's very possible that the game ROM that the mod was basing some of its files on was less than fine. And I am a little embarrassed to say that I fell for such a trick, one of the oldest tricks in the book, if that's the case. I don't know if it's the case. I deleted the file anyways, because I was just like, nope, I don't trust it anymore after my computer started acting up. That very well might not be the case, and my computer will still start acting up, and we won't be able to get this resolved. However, I think I'm fine. I'm going to do one other thing, by the way. I am really enjoying the Sonic Unleashed soundtrack, like, very much so. However, I want to entirely close Chrome, because that is eating up a lot of my memory. And so, if I can just, like, completely clear up that memory space, then maybe that will also help out. That is my hope, at least. That is my hope. Did you fall for one of the classic blunders? I may have. I am not going to directly admit that I did. I am going to directly admit that I might have, and I have taken precautionary measures since to make sure that I won't. That it wasn't the issue, I should say. Okay, everything seems to be working fine as well. Oh yeah, I forgot, Enter the Gungeon doesn't play audio unless you're tapped in. Yeah, Enter the Gungeon doesn't play audio unless you're tabbed in. That's lame. Okay. Well, while we're getting set up then, hopefully not much more left to go. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Last step. I'm gonna boot the Wiimote. Well, not last step. I still have to connect. The Wiimote. But second to last step, I'm gonna boot the software that lets the Wii remote run. So far, so good. No significant change on my task manager here. I will say, by the way, I'm gonna need to like completely try and remember what the control scheme that we set up was, because I do not remember it at all. I do not remember what control scheme we ended up having. We're gonna find out though. We're gonna find out. Okay, so I need to go to Dolphin. I need to turn on this controller is what I need to do. Go to Bluetooth. Hold on. Dolphin's recognized it? Question mark? Yes, Dolphin has picked it up. Okay. Dolphin's picked it up. Plug in the nunchuck. Turn on the sensor bar. I'll tab back into the game while I do this so we have audio. Turn on the sensor bar by turning on the console. Position the sensor bar where it should hopefully work. Hopefully, I hope. There's a whole lot of I hope going on with this stream in case it has not been obvious enough. Nope, that is not stable right there. Okay. I set this up last time? I think I did it like this. Hold. Something like that. All right. Big final step here, everybody. Having back into Task Manager, everything looks fine. Nothing seems off the chart. CPU and GPU are both hovering at about 50%. Memory's hovering at about 60%. Here is the big final step. I am going to press run on the program. We're going to see if this will work. The program will let my Wiimote connect, and it'll work. The question is, does my computer crash, or does OBS crash? Those are the questions that we're going to be asking. All right. I press run. My Wiimote now has control over my mouse. I will tab back into the game. You all can see that. How did I bind to left click? Here, I want to take a look at this so I can remember what's bound to what. Let's see here. Left click is the back button, B, and right click is the back button on the nunchuck, Z. Okay. Pause is the joystick, space is A. Yeah, that's right. We bound all my movement stuff to the nunchuck, and the Wiimote is for shooting and stuff. Let's see here. R to reload is plus. I know that one. Q is minus. E is the 1 button. Tab is the C button on the nunchuck. Left control is the home button. What? I don't even remember what all of these are bound to. And I shake the nunchuck to press escape. Okay. And you all see it. Yeah! Yeah! There's that classic Wiimote movement here. It's a little shaky. It's a little shaky because, as you might be able to see if I lift my Wiimote up a little bit, you might be saying, I have to aim past my microphone. That's going to be something that I need to get figured out every once in a while, is that the sensor bar is literally behind my microphone. And that's causing some weird things. Like, as you can see there, where it's struggling to remain centered. Ooh. That's real bad, actually. Okay. This is a very bad setup, in case you can't tell. Like, it's an extremely terrible setup. However, it's working. Now, we're gonna do the real test now, chat. Real test. Can we get through the tutorial? Why are you saying I'm holding up? I am not holding up on my joystick. Let me hold down. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Dad, it's not working. Dad, it's not working. My escape. The play to hit the escape button is also not working. Ooey. It is not registering my nunchuck inputs, I don't think. Uh-oh. Alright. Add back in. Here. Yeah, okay. Let me stop the program. Let me blow the dust out of the... Try and see if it's dust or something. Reconnect it. Okay. Run it again. Alright, you're reading my Wiimote issue. You're reading my Wii remote correctly. Hold on. Hey! Okay. It just wasn't reading my nunchuck for whatever reason. Hello, everybody. Hold on. I want to do a funny intro for this. If this ends up being so epic, it's cool. Then this is going to become a YouTube video eventually. Hello, everybody. Today I'm going from absolutely nothing in this game to a 100% save file with nothing but these. God help me. This is a terrible idea. Why am I doing this? Okay. Step 1. Remember all my dang controls. Yeah, and that's escape. That's escape. Somehow YouTuber sports. Hi, YouTube. Holy bonkers, it's working. We got it working last time. The problem was last time that my computer kept crashing. So, if we can get through actual gameplay, if we can get through the entire tutorial without my computer crashing, I'm calling tonight a success. Regardless of how far we actually get in runs, I'm calling tonight a success if we can get through the tutorial. Let me open up Task Manager one more time. Yeah, everything's running fine. Oh. Scratch that. Everything is running a little less than fine. My GPU is up to 90%. Okay. Hold on. We might not be out of the woods yet, chat. We might not be out of the woods yet. What is running on my GPU? I mean, it's just entered the Gungeon in OBS. That makes sense. Let me try... I'm so sorry, chat. I'm gonna make some of the... Yeah, I'm going to make some of the settings slightly worse. When was the last YouTube video anyway? A while ago. I lost my motivation to edit YouTube videos for a while there. And I apologize for that. Things are working. Does it matter if it's running at 90%? Well, that's the thing. We haven't started gameplay yet. If the issue was a graphics card issue, it overloaded my graphics card and that caused some sort of issue, or it overloaded my memory and that caused some kind of issue, then it's going to freak out when we start gameplay. That's what it did last time. So if I can like reduce the settings a little bit so that it's not maxing out my GPU, then maybe that will fix things. Okay, you know what though? It's already at 720p. I don't want to turn it too much lower because that's when it gets like noticeably. Oh yeah. Technically, this is not a stress save file because we attempted to start the tutorial last time. The tutorial area is already open, whatever. Okay. If we can beat the tutorial, I'm gonna be so ecstatic. Genuinely so ecstatic. Okay. I need to remember all my controls, though. Obviously, we have move. Tab is bound there. Okay, that tracks. If I remember correctly, one of these are like next gun. I don't think we have any guns right now. Yeah, I don't even have a gun right now. We'll figure out. Okay. 960 by 540 resolution. That would be exactly 1/4 1080p and just a little lower than 720p. Probably the best idea if this doesn't end up working. I would like for this to work if at all possible. Press E to speak. Oh no, I'm being tested already. Which button did I bind to E? That one? This one? This one? This one? This one? This one? Double checking. This is gonna be the real challenge. Remembering my control, remembering my key bindings is gonna be the real challenge of this run. E is bound to the one button. One of the few I didn't test, of course. Manual, hi buddy. We also find the secret in the tutorial. I remember that one, so we are going to do that. I think that's required. I think that's required if you want to get like full 100%. Is it required? Ooh, yeah, that's like, that's about freaking out when I hold it right there. Yeah. Yeah, that's me aiming past. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find a balance of comfortable to hold my arm and also doesn't cause the Wiimote to freak out. Is the tutorial required to get... I know it's required for 100%, but is it required for, like, the true ending? I don't think it is. E is cables and stuff. Okay. Oh yeah, that's why I bound it there. I bound it there because... Oops. Wrong button. Bound it there because then I could just, like, palm it. With the way I'm holding my controller, if I palm the button like this, that hits the one key. That's why I did it like that. It would be nice to see it since it unlocks more stuff. I believe so, yes. Yeah. Dodge roll is bound to Z. Gotta remember that. Yep. I am ready. Alright. There's no delay, which is actually really good. Like, I'm gonna mess around with this to make sure. Yeah, I have no delay on the Wiimote, which is so nice. Genuinely so nice. Thanks, buddy. That's gonna be the real trigger, though. Making sure I don't accidentally dodge roll diagonally because of my joystick. This joystick does have notches in the 8 cardinal directions, so hopefully that won't be too much of an issue. I just have to make sure I don't slide it around too much. And that should be fine. Yeah. What is my blank keybind? Let's find out. 2, Did I bind to Q? Let's see. I believe minus? Yep, minus. Alright, cool. Alright, I remember that we use our other blank for the secret. Somebody in chat might have to remind me, though. Thank you, buddy. Mighty P. Sure. Alright. Now comes the actual challenge. This run, you know, the fun part of Gungeon is no place for compassion. Sir, yes, sir. Sir, he's got a hostage. Yeah, so here's where the real tricky part of this run is going to come in. Aiming this thing. No aim assist. No aim assist. None of that. I gotta aim this thing with a Wiimote. Oh boy, that's going to be problematic. I am already struggling with my aim centered. I am struggling so much to keep my aim centered. This is not good. Also already forgetting to make sure I reload. That's fun. Centering. Becoming an issue as well. Cool. Oh, I thought I had a full screen right from that. I did not. It would be funny if your first son is a pea shooter. Yep. That is indeed the comedy. It's the E button to replenish your health. Alright, space uses items. Let's figure out what the space button is, shall we? Hey! Well, that was nice and easy. Yeah, teleporter. Yep. Tab, and then click the teleporter. Got it. This is actually going to be so difficult. No, don't drag the map. There we go. Oh, no, man. This is going to be... It's going to be a nuisance. Okay, I'm actually going to adjust the sensor bar here to try and fix this issue. You can see it's zipping around a bit. It is losing centering. What is it? The center bar does not want to stay. There, okay. Try this. Okay, yeah, it's still bad. Bad, but I don't think it's going to zip around as much. Alright. Yep. I have to remember how bad at this game I am. Oh, and my mouse has to... I forgot. My mouse physically has to be on the screen in order for me to actually be able to do anything. By my mouse, of course, I mean the Wiimote. Having to reload constantly is so far becoming my biggest issue. Yeah. Sigh for war. Okay, so now be able to switch weapons. What is my switch weapons line? I'm gonna have to find out. It's not letting me. I don't even know if that's just a thing I can't do because we're in the tutorial. Is that a thing I can't do because we're in the tutorial? I know there are some people in this chat who are knowledgeable about Gungeon. What is the switch weapons button? Controls. What have I bound switch weapon to? Keyboard bindings. Positive scroll wheel. I do hope I bound scroll wheel. Please tell me I bound the scroll wheel. Uh-oh. No, I definitely bound this. I made sure I bound this. I definitely bound this. Ah, man. When I set up key bindings last time, did they not fully save? I don't think they saved. Oops, Lamau. Oops. My nunchuck disconnected there for a second. Okay. Alright, chat. We're gonna do a fun thing here. Hot switch. Hot switch. We're messing with the controls. Okay. Use left click. Dodge rolls right click. Yep. Interact is E. Reload. Pause. Yep. Use item. Blank. Yeah, because I bound things to like the 1, 2, 3, 4 key, but they didn't save. So let's bind things to those. I also thought, yeah, I definitely thought I bound blank to down as well. Okay, well, silly me. We're getting fixed up then. Can I bind to the scroll wheel? Let's find out, shall we? Mouse. Okay, so next gun is scroll wheel up. Oh, I can close task manager. That will also help. So I need to stop the code. Stop the code. Be a smart programmer. Sports, come on. Okay. Emote. Right. Mouse dot roll wheel is not an option. Okay. Oh, it's just wheel, not scroll wheel. Mouse dot wheel up is right. And wheel down. Save. Make sure I'm good. What's the other thing I bound? Next item. Left shift. I definitely don't have that bound. Let's do that real quick. Save. Okay. Right now? Right now. Don't worry. Sorry, I'm a filthy casual player. Don't worry. I am a filthy casual player as well. Alright. So now, it should be bound. There we go. There we go. Yeah, okay. Everything else is still bound fairly nicely, I believe. Okay, I believe the secret area is through here, if I remember correctly. That is locked. It is up through here. Yeah, let me just use this. There's an extra blank as well. Okay. So, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I should just be able to use a blank here, and that gives me a chance for the secret room. Is that correct? I think that's correct, so I'm just gonna do it. Oh, I definitely need to rebind. Yeah, I'm gonna hit blank so much accidentally. I'm actually going to do another rebind. Key that I have my blanks bound to is the A button. I'm gonna hit that on accident too many times. So let me swap A and Q. What was Q again? What was Q again? Q? No, Q is blank. Item is space. Oh, okay. No, then we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. I'm already getting my controls back mixed up. That's a good sign. Hey, look at me go. Oh yeah, I got a synergy thing. Run a chance. What do you have to do? Yeah, that's right. I get a synergy thing for that. Come on. One of those pop-ups should go up first. There. Yep. Don't. Where's the synergy menu? I don't remember everything about this game. I'm trying to remember as much as I can. I know there's some synergy stuff going on. Yeah, the blue items. How do I check what they do? Is there a way I can check what they do? Or I don't even remember. I'll figure it out. Honestly, I don't think so. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just have to remember what synergies happen. I sent the whole game with the wiki on my other monitor. You know, I can't exactly do that when I have these things in my hand. I can't exactly pull up a wiki and check it very easily. Alright, buddy. Let's do this. Oh, they're bigger. That's for sure. So I accidentally walked into one. I'm so good at the video game chat. Aiming with the Wiimote! It's so unwieldy! I swear I'm not normally this bad. I promise I'm not. As I play on controller, I look it up on my phone. Cool. And I believe if that reminds me, then I believe that causes a mini boss to show up later. Cool. All right. Well, we've done it. We have beaten the tutorial, and my game has not crashed, which means we're on pace, chat. Okay. Woo. Let me catch up with the chat here while we're just sitting here for a minute. Level 0 clear. Indeed, indeed. Okay. I'm probably only going to give today like 1 or 2 real attempts, for what it's worth, by the way. Nothing too serious, because I wanted to do something else today as well. And unfortunately, with internet issues and trying to make sure my computer didn't blue screen on me, I had to make sure that I spent a lot of time on setup. So I don't have a ton of time left for gameplay, unfortunately. Hi y'all. Jeez. I don't know how many attempts I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna try and give it 1 or 2 solid attempts. And by solid attempts, I mean 1 or 2 attempts where I get past the first chamber. I give 0 guarantees that I will be able to make it much further. What does my walkie do again? Yeah, how do I play this game? Dude, my gun's not automatically reloading based on my setup is actually going to cause me so much pain. I can already tell. Are you not reloading? Okay, I'm going to have to get used to some of these perks. Alright, I'm not going to go for too much secret stuff. I remember that there's a thing if you push, like, a water barrel in that fireplace, if I remember correctly. I want to give a good attempt, but I don't want to go, like, too hard into, like, the optional areas and stuff. So I really, right now, I just want to, like, give it some good tries. Real test is if you can get a master round playing, like, I mean, that is the ultimate end goal, is to be able to... In case I haven't said it directly, by the way, the actual real challenge of this all is trying to... Real challenge... Sorry, I had to focus up for a minute there because my aim is trash! The hopeful end goal of all of this is to be able to, quote-unquote, complete the game. Alright, buddies. Of course, to quote-unquote beat the game, in a game like Enter the Gungeon, you have to do a lot of steps. Like, a lot of steps. I am not good at this game, in case you haven't been able to tell yet. And I am already handicapping myself with a Wiimote that makes it near impossible to aim effectively. Doing alright, though. I say as I track the sensor bar, and then suddenly none of my shots come out. And then I whiff all those. Yep, I'm doing okay. Got me, eh? I actually don't recognize that one. On Llama! Llama with the resub. 9 months resub for Llama there. Thank you so much. You are having a wonderful time. Yeah, I'm not great at this game, as you can tell, and I'm handicapping myself. So this is going to take a long time. This is very much a process that's going to take multiple months. And I'm just going to catch up on every week or so. However, the hopeful end goal is to quote-unquote beat the game. If I remember correctly, on top of having to unlock all of the requirements in order to get to this point, the true way that you beat this game is by winning a run and defeating the super ultra secret final boss, and then immediately after that run, back to back with no breaks, win a second run on top of that, and also to beat the super duper ultra secret final boss. So that's what I have to do. I have to get consistent enough to be able to win 2 really difficult runs back to back. And right now, I am not sure if I'm even going to be able to clear the first 4. I did not realize that was a bouncing bullet. That's kind of neat, actually. We just dodged into a bullet there. Nice. Well, it's a charge shot. That's why my gun wasn't firing. There's also stuff like this where I just have to learn the mechanics of all the different weapons. And that's just going to come with time for playing the game. Oh, there's a guy down here still. Grind starting now. Indeed, indeed. I think I responded that message already. Aiming like this is genuinely so difficult. It's so difficult. And I'm struggling to just keep myself aligned with the sensor bar, much less aiming at anything. Getting practice in, though. That's the biggest thing. I just gotta get reps in. That's the biggest thing. I gotta get my reps in. I can learn the controller. I can learn the format. Be able to actually do this. The goal is to do this. I will do this. Gotta get good. Alright, you need a key. Are you prepared for the grind set? This is basically my idea to replace the Ace Attorney streams. What it's worth. I have something that I regularly do every single week that will interest people to come back in week out, but isn't something that's necessarily going to like require everyone to constantly tune in every stream. Because this is a grind sort of thing, it's very easy for somebody to like come in and come out very quickly, not really understand what's happened before, but still be able to follow everything going on. Still alive. Honestly, I'm surprised myself. I've navigated a couple of tricky rooms. Get some more money. I'll be back. Do I have any more rooms? Oh, I have plenty of rooms. Okay. Maybe not as many rooms as I thought. aiming's getting marginally better. Okay, I'm getting used to the control scheme. If I can get used to the control scheme, then we've actually got a chance. Say as I whiff a ton of shots in a row. Ooh, another chest. Is this one locked? This one's also locked. What's chest rarity again? Which of these chests should I like actually worry about? Is my question. I'm gonna learn all of these things as we go along, obviously. Ooh, naturally got a key. Now I definitely want to know which chest rarity is better. Dude, I'm gonna need a wiki for this game, aren't I? I don't have the monitor space to pull up a wiki for this game. Chat, you're my wiki. I hope you're ready. Yeah, that's the whole map. Okay. Let's see if I can pull this up here. Time to find a phone mount. Phone mount's not going to help because I have Twitch chat on my phone. Twitch chat is on OBS, which is on my second monitor, but I have to like peek past my mic to be able to see the Twitch chat, so I have Twitch chat pulled up on my phone. Or a mod that displays wiki info. Do mods like that exist for this game? If so, it would be a pain for me to install it because I'm actually not running this game through Steam. I'm running this game through Epic because I only have it through Epic. I don't have this through Steam. I got it for free through Epic, so I'm forcing it to run through that. It's so weird, especially when you realize there's weapon and perk synergies. I know, but I have, like, nothing. I have nothing. Do I spend my key on the green chest or the brown chest? That's really what I'm looking for here. Let's see. I'll be doing a ton of research between streams, by the way, to make sure that I can actually learn some of these things. But it's just really not too feasible for me to have a wiki that I'm constantly trying to check for stream. It also just slows the stream down, you know? Which isn't cool. Right. Yes. On. Alright. Every floor, one treasure room chest will contain a gun, while another will contain an item. This does not affect drops from destroyed chests, meaning a chest that would normally have given an item can drop a gun if destroyed. Okay. Yada yada mimics. Okay. Brown is the lowest. Okay, so brown is the lowest, followed by blue, green, red, and black. Okay. So this is actually like a medium rarity chest. We will definitely pop open this one. Okay. Looks like a grenade launcher. Hammer. Bullets. Oh, I know a good time to test this out. It's called a boss fight. How's that sound to you? Oh yeah, I'm not going to be able to warp very cleanly. I have to hold the cursor like perfectly still to be able to warp. Yeah, that's not happening. And I'll just go destroy the other chests real quick. Yeah. Yeah, don't let me visit the shop as well. I don't think I have enough money for much substantial. I'll probably just buy a heart though, because I'm an idiot and I took like 4 damage already. What this does, eh? Ooh. Ooh, you're one of those. You're like an SMG spray and play kind of thing. Okay. Not use you yet then. Junk. Hi, Junk. Alright. Might I please have a full heart? Because I am... What? Hoping you find Sir Junk? Man, imagine I find Sir Junk, like, so early into this. That would be so funny. Alright. What do we think? Should we... Let's give the bouncing bullet a shot. Let's give the bouncing bullet a shot first, and then we'll hit this SMG up. We'll let the cutscenes play out first time. This game is so silly. Alright, verdict on bouncing bullet. Not doing a ton in this big open boss room. And Wiimote not staying on the sensor bar definitely feels most obvious, like with the SMG here, because you can tell exactly when... Oh, I missed that dodge. That's unfortunate. You can tell exactly when my cursor just flips off the screen. Ah, I dimed my dodge roll too late. We're getting a lot of these sort of early deaths, by the way, when we're just starting things out. There's gonna be a whole lot of these. However, very easily just jump back in and get a lot of attempts that way. These first few attempts, they're just gonna be about learning. I gotta learn my control layout. I gotta learn what I need to do. And I have got to learn how this game works on a deeper level. And now my aim's all shaky again. I thought I had just steadied my aim. I just thought I had steadied my aim. That's unfortunate. They're so close. There are gonna be a lot of oops so closes. Wow. Another HP loss to just dodge rolling in the wrong direction. Oh me. I will say though, I'm so glad this is working. After we had that stream, my computer basically just broke. Me trying to attempt this, I was really disheartened on this idea. I am so glad it's working out though. Because I am very excited for this. This is going to become a regular stream thing that I'm going to try and do like every week or every other week. We're going to see a lot of Enter the Gungeon. Because I have so much fun with this game normally, and doing it with this sort of attempt, sort of arbitrary challenge, just the right amount of silliness for stream content. I screwed that up. Again. I did not run into that game. I did not run into that guy game. Come on. key, and what is this? Water pistol. That's fine. Ooh. What do I need for you again? Okay, any key will work. Good to know. He's so goofy. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. This game is so goofy. What did I just say that chest rarities were? Whatever, I'll hold on to that for a second. I shouldn't have spent my other key so early. I was just trying to figure out what buttons were which, but it works. What is that gun? Obviously, it's a lowercase r. That's it right there. Let's see what it fires. It literally, oh, that's cute. The water gun a little bit. That's so cute. Fires bullets. Yeah. Exactly that. It fires bullets. My reload key. That's my reload key. I need to make sure I'm reloading outside of rooms. I am not doing that, and it is catching me. I'll just let these guys take care of themselves. And my aim is off again. I am genuinely already having so much fun with this challenge, though. This is such a unique way to play the game. It feels so fun. Oh, I nearly dodge rolled into that. I would have been an unhappy camper if that was the case. Is there a key in this room? Oh, there it is. I'll take that, thank you. Got me in full course now. I've been doing math the whole time, but I really cannot be bothered to teach myself some of the stuff I need to do, this parametrized coordinate stuff, and I am not going to do it right now. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. But hey, if you ever need somebody to help you out with that, I can try. I think I remember linear algebra to know, what exactly to say? Matrices coordinates? Yeah, I think I can remember how to do that. But if you need stuff, help with it. I can help. That was awesome. I love watching you run around like a gremlin and having the worst aim ever. Alright, I will admit, my aim is normally really bad. However, this is certainly compounding on the issue. This particular way that we're doing it is certainly compounding on the issue of my terrible aim. Not sure what's in this. Is this like one of the A rank chests? I think I remember red ones were A rank. Good shot. What do you got for me, baby? What do you got for me? Okay. He's rare. Playing pretty good for playing on Wiimote. Hey, I'm trying my best. In this society, that's all we can do sometimes. Alright, let's get to the other side of the room, please. Ah, could be. I was on a pretty good no-hit streak there as well. Alright, this does not seem like a room I should be using just a basic gun on. Of course, I say that, and now, like, all the other guys are dead. Oh, you spawned. I got stuck on a table. Thank you for not killing me while I was stuck on a table. It's the ray gun from Black Ops. Sure, I guess. And did I really just roll a nothing room? That's unfortunate. Yeah. I want to switch. I need to switch the change weapons hotkey. I'm fumbling around trying to hit it. Alright. Good to know. Yeah, hold on. Hold on. Let me very quickly. Let me change that from D-pad right to D-pad down. Hot switch. Hold on. I need to stop the script first. Right. Save the script. Back on. Yeah. Now switching weapons should just be. Oh yeah, that's so much easier. Okay. It's so much more comfortable as well with how I'm holding the remote, so that's good. What is this? What is this? You got Mr. Shopkeep, eh? You sure can. I don't know if I am going to get enough money to be able to find anything within reason here. You know what I do have though? I do have a heart pickup over here. Let me. Oh, I actually teleported. Let's go. Let me go and pick this up real quick. You know what? Let me also just open up this chest. Let me also just open up this chest. I had 2 keys and I used one already, so let's just go and do this. What is that? Bomb. Useful. I forget exactly what my walkie does. To be honest, I want to check. Hello? There we go. Pause an ammo drop. Yeah, okay. Come on. Here we go. I like smoke bomb. Smoke bomb sounds fun. How often can I use smoke bomb? Do I give smoke bomb a test run? How many times can I use this thing? Does it tell me? The game will tell me. Not really. You don't. It is all the way over there. Let me just. Oh, well, duh, of course that's the boss entrance. Okay. Alright, well, if that's the boss entrance, huh? I guess that's a good time as ever to find out how many times I can use this smoke bomb. Fire my weapon, please? Fire my weapon, please? Emote, please, I beg of you. Emote, please, I beg of you. Please? Why are you... Game? Game? What is this? What is this, man? What is this? Game shooting! Okay. Note to self, smoke gun, smoke bomb. Non-invincibility just removes targeting from me. I guess we know that for future runs now. Did y'all see for that? Like, it was literally like, why did I lose focus? Why did I lose centering on the sensor bar then? Like, oh look, it's fine now. I can find the center of the sensor bar now. Why did you have to lose it right then? Come on, game. I pressed the dodge roll. Oh, I did not. I pressed item. Nope. Don't blame the game on that one. That one was me. So is it just me, or is that boss built like a MODOK? I mean, yeah. Certainly looks like it. Although you have been playing too much Marvel Rivals, though, is what I would say. MODOK is not from Marvel Rivals. Alright, you know what? Sure. I don't actually know for certain. I know you've been playing a lot of Marvel Rivals. So I just assumed you made a Marvel reference. It's because you played Marvel Rivals so much. Oh, what is that recentering there? What was that? Definitely gonna need to try and find a slightly better position for my for my sensor bar, because that's happening a fair amount there. Charge. Alright, how's this work then, eh? Does not seem like a charge. Well. Hey, no, you get back here. I don't know what you are, but I want you. Oh. Bye. Hello, Limo. Please focus up on the screen. Thing is, due to the way I have this set up, my Wii Remote isn't centered on the sensor bar, and it's like off the side too much. And I can't shoot, and I can't dodge roll. Both of which, you know, pretty dang crucial things, I would say. Hey, like right here. What is that? What is that? All that's happening there is based on how I'm sitting. My mic just so happens to block the sensor bar from Wiimote. Right there. It's unfortunate. But I definitely can fix it. I just need to, like, no, change my entire setup. Marvel Rivals, not. He's obviously from Marvel Rivals. Yeah. He is from Phineas and Ferb. Sure. Sure, Lava. Sure. Honestly, I'm just tired of dealing with these guys. I'm probably having some issues with this. Aim. What is that reload sound? That's cute. I like that. Whoops, I just... Okay, that one's gonna require some explaining to do, but basically I alt-tapped. It's important to remember that due to the way I have this set up, this is not an actual game controller. I'm hot switching it to force it to use my mouse. So some weird things end up happening because of that. Alright, let's just... Let's just deal with that. That's where Baby Me saw him first and where I've seen him last. Hey, man. Sure, sure. I know what episode you're talking about, and I will admit, anger. Also, that just seems like such a wild thing to reference, you know? By the way, while I have some of y'all here in the chat, I know some of y'all are just kind of here and lurking and whatnot. You want to talk? Oh, there is a guy right there. And the guy down there. I nearly just dodge rolled into water. I need to make sure I am focusing on the room at least a little bit while trying to have a conversation. Wanted to talk a little. What I was going to say though is I wanted to talk a little bit about the upcoming plans for the rest of this week's streams, as there are some fun ones coming up. Very nice. What do you mean you have no idea what I'm talking about? I'm talking about the Phineas and Ferb Adventures. No, I'm saying I know what you're talking about. I'm specifically saying that I do know what you're talking about. There we go. Anyway, so for the rest of this week, there's some really fun ones coming up. On Friday, I will be playing some Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, which is very fun. I have been wanting to really do stuff with this for a while, and I'm finally pulling the trigger. My hopeful end goal is to do some of the really crazy modded stuff that you see with that game, because I think there are some spectacular mods for the game, and I really want to try it out. I believe currently on the docket for that is that Ren and Crit will be joining me, and maybe also Phantom. We shall see. And on Saturday, we will be playing some more of the linked randomizer. After we ended stream last Saturday, Llama and I did a little bit more bug testing and trying to fix it, and we did actually get it to work, and it was so much fun. Genuinely, as someone who's kind of mixed on The Witness, I was having a lot of fun playing The Witness. Which is really saying something. So on Saturday, we're going to be doing some more of that. Llama will be joining me for that as well. And potentially, depending on if their schedules are free or not, then I will also be joined by Aaron and Ashlyn, which will be really fun. Finally, on Sunday, I'm doing something a little bit more abnormal. Basically, I'm gonna be hosting a podcast for 9 hours, which is really fun. So I started the stream off, and we looked at Imperial Diplomacy map, right? Well, there's going to be a Blitz game going on this weekend. There's going to be a Blitz game for that going on this weekend, where we just crank the turn timers down, like basically as low as we can get them, and try and do an entire game, an entire war game on that map in one day. And I was asked to be a commentator on that game, which is really fun. For my Europeans in the crowd, it's starting at a reasonable time for y'all. For my Americans in the crowd, you can join in whenever you want, because I'm pretty sure you all don't want to join in at 8 a.m. on a Sunday. However, if you just want to listen to me talk about something that is very much one of my hobbies right now, or basically just like a podcast, feel free to join. That's me indeed. Ashlyn, did you ever find out a game that you specifically would want to run? What it's worth? I know I had talked with Llama a bit, and we landed on Llama playing Hollow Knight, which was really fun, by the way. There are some really funny things that the randomizer does with Hollow Knight that I am definitely not going to spoil. You all are going to find out about that on stream. A secret room? It's a secret room spawn. Hold on. How does secret rooms work in this game again? Shoot, I gotta remember. It is really funny. I'm not going to spoil it, though. And Aaron was said they wanted to play Dark Souls 3. Oh, no, you just go out from the shop. Okay. I was about to say, bro, I do not remember how secret rooms work in this game. What is this? That seems interesting. Can't afford too much else here. Back in a moment. I want to see what's going on here. But where I was going with this is that Ashlyn, I currently do not know if there's a specific game that you wanted to do. I dodged a little late. Dang, did I lose 3 hearts in this room? Wow. This is what I get for trying to talk and play the video game at the same time. Look at me go. Alright. Got a blue chest and a green chest. Only one. I believe that I said the green chest was high rarity, so we'll pop that one open. Ashlyn, if you have decided if there is a specific game that you wanted to play on the randomizer, you let me know. Beehive! Oh, that's kind of funny. These are going to be homing missiles, aren't they? That's really funny. Any games in particular you were thinking you're wanting? This user hasn't looked at the games list. Well, the idea is that we're doing a whole bunch of funny games that are funny to pair together. The original idea was to pair Dark Souls 3 with A Witness, because they're just so disparately linked. Generally speaking, any game that you think you can reasonably do in 3 to 4 hours time frame. There are some shorter games that you can put in the randomizer, and there's some really long ones. But anything that you think you can do in a fairly reasonable amount of time in one sitting, something that would be really funny, and of course, a game you can die in. Because we have to make sure we all have Deathlink turned on. Hello? Game is not reading my nunchuck. Hold on. Here we go. You know what? I'll take that. I will take that. Yeah, whenever you have time, Ashton, feel free to take a look at that games list and see if you have any interesting ones up there. I have died at 3 hearts multiple times now to the boss, so I am going to take full heal. Not a full heal, but a full heart. Alright, let's try out this beehive. I think it'll be very funny. You again. Oh, not again. Nope, not the time. I dodge rolled. I dodge rolled, game. Not now. Stop. Not again. This is nonsense, dude. Okay, that one was on me. I'll be real, that one was on me. And that one. Oh, okay. I need to fix this sensor bar. I need to find a way to set up my sensor bar in a way that is going to be a little bit more accessible if I do this in the future. Because what's happening is I'm sitting up, and that's changing like my line of sight on the sensor bar, and then my mic is very much blocking it. So I need to find a better place to put the sensor bar. But, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'm willing to call this a success for today. Like, we got this working, and I am more than happy with that. So I'm going to, for right now, be like, okay, I'm going to do a little bit of research into Enter the Gungeon before next time I stream this. I'm going to put a little bit of time into making sure I have a setup that properly works before next time. The next time you all will see me, we'll hopefully have all of these runs resolved, and we can actually get a deep run into the game going.